For years, the Glock 26 had one huge advantage over the Glock 43X. They both initially have 10-round magazines, but with the Glock 26, you can also use your Glock 19 magazines, or you can use your Glock 17 magazines, or if you really want to get fancy, you can go out and get your Mec-Gar magazine that holds 18 rounds in the magazine. If you want to make your Glock into a Glock 26X, you can go out, get yourself an X grip, throw it on your Glock 15 round magazine. Now, 15 round capacity in a little Baby Glock. Glock changed the game. Glock came out with the new Glock 15 round metal magazines made by Mec-Gar. Now the debate has just gotten dangerous for the Baby Glock, because suddenly the Slim Glock carries like a micro compact and holds as many rounds as a Glock 19 or what would be the Glock 26X setup. And after carrying both of these side by side for some time now, I realized something most people completely may have missed about the comparison between these two pistols. One of these guns is going to be much easier to carry every single day, but the other one may still be a better fighting pistol. Welcome back to Glockaholic76. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like this video, hit the like button at the end. It helps us get seen by more people just like you. And today we're going to break down the Glock 43X versus the Glock 26. And now that the reliable 15-round magazine debate is kind of officially out of the conversation, I think this matchup has become way more interesting. Most people online simplify this debate, I think, way too much. You know, they'll tell you, well, the 43X equals modern, the 26 equals outdated. But the reality, I think, is a lot more complicated, because what matters isn't just the specs that you can find on paper. I think what matters is the confidence, the recoil control, the concealment, the reliability, and how these guns actually perform when you're under stress. And the ultimate deciding factor is which one of these guns are you going to carry, as opposed to leaving it in your safe because it's just not something you want to carry. The Glock 43X changed concealed carry because Glock finally gave us 15-round magazines in a thin profile that doesn't feel super tiny in your hand. The Glock 26 shoots as a much larger pistol, especially when you get the X grip and then you add these wonderful 15-round Glock 19 magazines. I mean, you're going to get a full Glock 19 grip in this pistol, short enough to carry comfortably in your height, and your barrel length shouldn't matter too much in concealed carry, but it does matter in weight. And if you're going to carry an appendix, let's be honest, there's only so much length you can work with there. Later in this video, I'm going to explain why the new 15-round magazine that Glock presented for the Glock 43X and 48 made the Glock 26 a lot more interesting. I originally bought the Glock 26 because I wanted maximum reliability in the smallest double stack Glock possible. Honestly, for years, this was hard to beat. It accepted all of the larger Glock magazines, and it shoots much softer than some of the other micro compact pistols on the market. Honestly, developed a reputation with the Baby Glock that is just legendary. But when they released the Glock 43X, it immediately it felt different. It was thinner. It was, just more of a natural slimline pistol to hold in your hand. And at first, I honestly thought the Glock 26 may become obsolete. There was always that one problem, and it was capacity and compatibility with some of the larger pistols out there, like your 19 magazines and your 17 magazines and so on. Especially if you wanted that OEM reliability. In a little bit, I'm going to explain why more rounds doesn't necessarily automatically mean that the Glock 43X wins this. Here's something that new shooters may not realize. The Glock 26 helped define modern concealed carry. This pistol proved subcompacts could still run like duty guns. And for decades, it earned a reputation for reliability that really does border legendary. These were ankle pistols, backup pistols, concealed carry duty pistols if you needed one. And the Glock 43X came out, entered into the market in a different era. Shooters started demanding those thinner pistols. So Glock answered it with their slim line, starting with the 43. And they demanded more comfort. They wanted better ergonomics, and they wanted less printing. So Glock essentially built a slimline pistol with the feel of a compact. And now that you have these modern magazine developments, well, the biggest weakness of the 43X is kind of disappearing. Let's go over the specs real quick. Glock 43X, originally 10 round capacity in your OEM magazines. Now, there were a lot of 15 round. Now, there were a lot of substitutions. You could have went with your hybrid PSA micro dagger magazines that held 15 rounds. You could have swapped out your mag catch and gone with the Shield Arms 15 rounds. But now there are the Glock 15 OEM magazines made by Mec-Gar. So these are going to be shipping with the pistols going forward. This barrel length is a 3.41. The weight on this is just under 19 ounces unloaded, not counting your optic. And if you add a pistol light, obviously that's going to add some more weight to it. This particular pistol, I have the O-Sight SC on here, direct mounted, which I really love, have no problems with. Now on your Glock 26 pistol, again, 9mm, standard capacity on your Glock 26 is going to be your 10 rounds. Now you can carry it with the pinky extension, but the big benefit of this, like we discussed, is you can throw your 15 round 19 magazine in there, or even keep a 17 round as a backup or spare mag if you're carrying it. So it gives you a lot more versatility with the different types of magazines, right from the OEM point of view. And not even going to get into some of, like I said, the Mec-Gar makes an 18 rounder, and there's all kinds of magazines that you can get on the aftermarket that will work in your Glock 26. The specs on the paper don't always tell the whole story. If you start out with your grip on your 43X, the grip on the 43X is why so many people instantly like this firearm. It's thin, it feels comfortable. It very much feels the length of your Glock 19. The thickness is obviously a little bit thinner, and unlike your Glock 26, which if you see the two, it's a lot shorter just out of the box without any magazines in it, a little bit more comfortable in the hand. Now, if you have bigger hands and you need to have the pinky extension, you can throw that on top of there. And then you'll be able to get, and I don't even have a magazine in the 43X, but you can see kind of the difference in grip here between the two pistols. Both have your Glock Classics triggers. I swapped this one out to an Apex, but because I don't care for the ridges on the side of the one that comes with this one, but with the standard triggers, they both have that same Glock trigger feel. So you're going to get that same consistent and predictable trigger with nothing fancy. And honestly, I think that's where consistency does win fights more than some of those match grade triggers. But this is where the debate changes. For years, Glock 26 had that capacity advantage because it could run the larger OEM magazines. Now that the Glock 43X has that 15 round capacity in this much thinner package, it just changed everything. There's still trade-offs. The Glock 26 10 by 10, meaning 10 rounds in this and 10 rounds of this, I believe is still a softer shooter. And under fast strings of fire, under stress, that is where things become noticeable. Shootability and recoil control are always going to win over comfort. The biggest pro Glock 43X, it's going to be that comfort to capacity ratio. Comfort to conceal, 15 round capacity. Where you have your Glock 26, it's going to be its shootability and your recoil control. For comparison, these are both right now in a 15 round setup. Just this is their Glock 19 magazine with your X grip on the bottom of the magazine. So the biggest con of these two pistols, the Glock 43 is going to be, without a doubt, it's going to have a sharper recoil impulse. It's not, I don't like to say snappy, but you're going to feel this gun shoot in your hand, and it's going to require a little bit more extra effort, just a tad, getting it back on target. The thickness in the Glock 26 and its kind of older ergonomics, we'll say, and this is a heavy pistol, even though I have the TLR 6 on here, which doesn't have too much weight. This is a solid pistol, but it's balanced, especially with this 15 round setup. It like I said, it kind of mirrors what would be a 26X, if that is even a thing. But on the range, I can't count how many rounds I got through the 26. This is like the third barrel I think I have in this one, or maybe I put the original one back in here. And then this one, probably over 1,000 rounds. Maybe the viewers have said, hey, these pistols look brand new. Generally, I have extra barrels that I will change out at the range. Some match grade barrels, some fancy stuff, which I don't necessarily show here because I like keeping some of my original equipment in case I have to trade them. Just so we get that on the table. A couple of you have been asking about that. The comparison between these two have surprised me. The Glock 26 is still a softer shooter, period. The thicker frame, the heavier slide, it matters. And under rapid fire, manipulation under stress, the thicker frame matters. The 43X, smaller in the hand. It's got a little bit more up to it when you pull that trigger, and it does take a little bit more in this configuration. Now, there are the Radian afterburner ramjets out there and all that fun stuff, which I think we're going to probably try some of those out and get some range footage and test it, because they seem to be becoming very, very popular. 43X feels smaller in the hand, and it does have a little bit more snap at the range. When you say snap, it's not like biting into a fresh carrot. It's more like biting into an old stalk of celery, not fresh, but one of those inside pieces in the middle. You know what I'm talking about, the kind that you can eat, but give it another day or two and you probably should just toss it in the trash. But it's not snappy, but it does take a little longer to get this back on target. And accuracy, 10, 15 yards, both pistols perform, extremely well, and as expected, both still shoot very good groups. It was tough to compare. I think they both shocked me on their accuracy. They were both very, very similar. So reliability with the OEM mags, both have been excellent. And with the new Mec-Gar 15 round Glock magazines, Glock 43X, I think much more attractive than it used to be. Like I said, the shootability, the Glock 43X is easier to carry, but the Glock 26 is easier to run and shoot hard. Of course, I would trust the 43X, especially now with reliable 15 round magazines. There's no reason not to. Glock 43X compared to the Glock 26 still feels like a more capable shooting platform. It does recoil just slightly less. I think it tracks better even without a red dot on here. And it still behaves like a compact pistol, kind of hiding in a subcompact frame. If you want the easiest gun to carry in this platform, it's the Glock 43X all day long. If you want the gun, I personally shoot harder and run faster under pressure, you have your Glock 26. And honestly, now that the magazine issue has kind of evolved, the debate is even closer now than ever before. If you found this video helpful and you want to see more Glockaholic 76, well, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. And if you like this video, like it. If you don't. But let me know in the comments. Did the new 15 round magazines finally change your opinion of the Glock 43X, or is the Baby Glock still king in your world? And as always, I appreciate you watching. Train smart, shoot often, stay ready. Glockaholic 76. Talk to you soon.